Good afternoon. It is January 13th, and this is Three Things with Ian. So, my first thing, I have Costco meals. 3 to buy, 3 to avoid. Let's do this. My first to buy, chicken street tacos. Perfect meal in a box. Juicy, savory chicken. They got that lime crema. They have the vegetables. They have the nice corn tortilla. It's that long box. Love the presentation. That's one to buy. One to avoid, for me, the mac and cheese. It's too cheesy. I know that's kind of crazy to say, but the cheese doesn't really work together. It takes too long to cook. We have leftovers that we never finish. I'm going to say avoid that one. My next buy, the beef stuffed bell peppers. Maybe a little bit on the simple side, but super juicy, super savory. The pepper holds up well. It's on my top 3 list. One to avoid, shepherd's pie. Texture issues run rampant in this one. And honestly, it's just too big. It's kind of mealy. It doesn't have a good balance of flavors. All the individual pieces are fine, but put together, for me, it's an avoid. So, my third to buy is the meatloaf and potatoes. Super buttery mashed potatoes. Nice, thick meatloaf. It heats up well the next day. It's a good firm bite. It's well sauced. That's my top 3. My last one to avoid, chicken Alfredo. It's too one note. It doesn't have the right coloration. It all kind of just works. It doesn't work together. The chicken isn't really flavored much. It's just kind of white blah. So anyway, I love Costco meals. I wanted to do a top 3, but I said, no, let's do a 3 to buy, 3 to avoid. So that's my number 1 thing. Number 2. I'm gonna go on a little mini rant about supersized things. Huge tumblers, huge Stanley tumblers, gallon water bottles. This is the size you need for your water and your coffee. Hear me out. In terms of coffee, this is 2 6-ounce cups of coffee easily in here. Good strong coffee, you shouldn't need a gallon of it. This is the right size. And for water, I use a mug. I just fill it as I go throughout the day. I think part of the fun, not really fun per se, but you get up, you take those steps, you get your water. You don't have that huge gallon jug loading you down. You're not carrying it around with you. You have a nice mug, you have a nice small vessel. Let's downsize things, guys. 2025, let's go smaller, okay? Small vessels. This is all you need. This is perfect sized. My third thing. Oh boy, let me look at my notes. Memory is very short term today. Oh yes. What We Do in the Shadows. I have got to talk about this show. If you haven't watched it, stop what you're doing. Just stop the pod. Stop the presses. Go watch this. This is a awesome, long-running, this is the last season. It's a mockumentary comedy television series. It follows the daily lives of vampires living in Staten Island. They're centuries old. They're interacting with the common world, with the new world. Each episode is kind of a documentary style where they have interviews and little vignettes. Obviously, the themes are absurdity, immortality, the craziness of a 400-year-old vampire in Staten Island. This is done by Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords, Taika Waititi, who's done a ton of awesome work, New Zealand guy. If you have not watched What We Do in the Shadows, well, one, you probably are listening to this and you probably love this show already. But please, please, please watch. This is the last season. I myself am 2 episodes away from finishing it. It's bittersweet, but it is time to move on. This is an awesome show. Please, please, please watch. Okay, we hit the 4-minute mark, so I got to wrap up. My 3 to avoid, 3 to buy at Costco. Let's go smaller with our sizes and just walk more and refill more. And then What We Do in the Shadows. That's my 3 for today. I will see you guys tomorrow.